who did play, Schroeder Sanders. You know, if you all watched last week's program, I said I thought he'd have a good game. You know, I know he's been working with backups. I know he wasn't initially wanting to be listed as a starter. He's like, what, fourth on the depth chart and whatnot. But I said I thought that I told Carlos, the Mad New Yorker, on Thursday last week, I said, I think that he is going to throw about 60%, and he's going to have a pretty good game. You know, he's the opposite of a Caleb Williams as a processor. He's quick. He gets the ball out. Was he all-world? No. Did the game itself not look as good as his stat line, which let me go ahead and read so I don't get too far caught off on here, which I was pretty impressed with. 14 for 23, 138 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks, and a rating of 106 and a completion percentage of 61. I said 60. It was 61. So I probably would have won the Price is Right for him. So very impressed by that. Thought that was really good. And then the reason why he fell to the 5th round, this is what I heard. He confronts a media personality, I guess Matt Grossi or whatever, never mind, a local Cleveland radio personality on criticizing him too much. And I found out later he had his brother. Why is his brother allowed in the locker room? I don't know. But somehow his brother's there to film it. And listen up. We will play it.
Tony, I be hoping you got something positive to say about me. You only say negative stuff about me. And I'm like, I ain't do nothing to you. No. I ain't see nothing positive that you ever say. I did something positive every day. What I'm saying, come on, Tony. What I do to you, Tony?
See, now you said that's harmless. You know, this guy is mind you, 4th on the depth chart, 5th round pick. A lot of us, I thought, 1st round talent. And the reason why he falls was he was tanking interviews, basically teams he didn't want to play for, being somewhat combative with the interviews, asking to break down the plays, and there's a lot of indication that was the Giants. Do you remember the Giants were picking really high on the draft? Okay. Dad saying he didn't want him playing for certain teams and whatnot, didn't want him playing cold weather, throwing out all these demands and everything. Then on top of that, he comes off as a distracted player. Football's not number one. I made a note here that they were a couple years ago at Colorado. They were up big in the Stanford game. Okay, 2-3 touchdowns, some ridiculous amount. And he is selling merchandise on Instagram Live at halftime. At halftime. A distracted player. Okay? A distracted player. All right? So this guy wants to 5th round pick, 1st start, 4th on the depth chart. Looks harmless, but he gets his brother with him to film him confronting a guy. Now, that was lighthearted, but you're a rookie. You know, show some humility. Be low key. Worry about the game. And then there was also reports, Kevin Stefanski didn't mention him when he praised players in the locker room. Well, because he's a very cocky player. You think he just won the Super Bowl or something, okay? A very entitled player. There's a thin line between confidence and cockiness. Cockiness turns people off. Confidence wins folks over, okay? So he didn't get that. He got that pretty honest. Listen to this old clip from his dad, Deion Sanders, back in 92 when it wasn't so friendly. Confronting Tim McCarver, who criticized him the way he handled playing in the World Series and playing for the Atlanta Falcons. This is a long time ago. Let me get the clip here. That one.
Four-time WNBA.
Not that one.
Deion Sanders apparently upset with Tim McCarver's criticisms of his two-sport day last Sunday. Felt like he would gain a measure of revenge, not with champagne, but by dousing McCarver with 4 tubs of ice water. McCarver was furious. So was CBS Sports. Rick Gentile, their producer, complained to National League President Bill White last night. McCarver wants a meeting with White as soon as he can get one. And after this confrontation, Tim McCarver confronted Sanders.
McCarver's right here.
Right now, here you go.
You
I got
are a real man, you know that? Yes, you are a real man, Deion, I'll say that.
Yeah. And so like father, like son. So this is what hurt. This is what hurt Shedeur. You know, have a great game, look great processor. Then you do something like that. You get your brother to film it. Not good. Not good. And it reminded me of, and I wanted to play it on here, but I don't think the sound's going to be good. But I got it on my phone. And I've played this for you all before, is Bill Parcells' 11 quarterback commandments. This was back in 2007 on ESPN. This is really good. This is what Shedeur Sanders should listen to, particularly the last commandment. Listen up. Just bear with me, folks.
Given permission for you to publicly divulge the list of things you told him to do, should you just happen to have it nearby?
Okay, here are the quarterback commandments. Number 1, press or TV, agents or advisors, family or wives, friends or relatives, fans or hangers-on, ignore them on matters of football. They don't know what's happening here. Number 2, don't forget to have fun, but don't be the class.
Right. Ignore them on matters of football. Other words, you probably, and I'm sure Parcells will say this, we don't want your brother. What's his brother doing in the locker room anyways? Your brother in the locker room, you don't want this to turn into a circus there. Filming you confronting the guy so you can go viral what you did. Very immature. More from Bill Parcells.
Clowns and leaders don't mix. Clowns can't run a huddle. Number 3, a quarterback throws with his legs more than his arms. Squat and run. Fat quarterbacks can't avoid the rush. Number 4, know your job cold. This is not a game without errors. Keep yours to a minimum. Study. Number 5, know your own players. Who's fast? Who can catch? Who needs encouragement? Be precise. Know your opponent. Number 6, be the same guy every day. In condition, preparing to lead, studying your plan. A coach can't prepare you for every eventuality. Prepare yourself. And remember, impulse decisions usually equal mistakes. Number 7, throwing the ball away is a good play. Sacks, interceptions, and fumbles are bad plays. Protect against those. Number 8, you must.
Now, number 7, that's something he needs to work on. He did get sacked a couple of times, ran backwards a couple of times. And they're showing, this thing is showing Tony Romo. Ironically, I put that in my notes when I was watching the game the other day. Romo ran backwards a lot. That's something he done in college, Shedeur. This is something that he needs to correct as well. A lot of stuff he's doing, he's got down, throwing the ball away, quick decision-making. A lot of that is good plus for Shedeur Sanders, but more from the great Bill Parcells, the 11 quarterback commandments. I love this.
Learn to manage the game.
Hold on. Let's see.
Personnel, play call, motions, ball handling, proper reads, accurate throws, play fakes. Clock, clock, clock. Don't you ever lose track of the clock. Number 9, passing stats and TD passes are not how you're going to be judged. Your job is to get your team in the end zone, and that's how you're going to be judged. But all around you, number 10 this is, when all around you is in chaos, you must be the hand that steers the ship. If you have a panic button, so will everyone else. Our ship can't have panic buttons. And the last one, don't be a celebrity quarterback. We don't need any of those. We need battlefield commanders that are willing to fight it out every day, every week, and every season, team after win after win. It looks like Tony Romo was paying attention.
Yeah, yeah. Do not need a celeb. That's the biggest one for Shedeur Sanders. No celebrity quarterbacks. I just played what his dad did. His dad, I'm sure, would look back on that now because that was probably a mistake. You cannot worry about that stuff, okay? That's background noise. That's probably the reason why Kevin Stefanski didn't praise him in the locker room. Now this week he's got an oblique strain. So now you look at the I call it an incident since his brother was in a locker room filming it, the locker room situation with the radio guy there, and the fact that he was already fourth on the depth chart. Just when you think he was going to get up, now he's got 2 steps back because he's unlikely to play. He's got an oblique strain, so he's not going to play against the Eagles this week. So now you're looking at Dillon Gabriel or Kenny Pickett jumping ahead of him. So I wouldn't give it this much time if I didn't think Shedeur Sanders could play. But it's something that I hope that him and Deion can have a talk about. And listen, I understand guys want to build their own brand. That's fine. Just don't do that stuff in the locker room. Do it outside. Particularly, I wouldn't need to do that stuff during the season. But at least don't do it when you're at work. Be at work. Don't bring that stuff to the workplace. I remember, and this was a receiver. I couldn't imagine a quarterback where the standards are higher for quarterbacks. Remember when Antonio Brown was live streaming during in the locker room, picking up stuff that Mike Tomlin wanted to be private with the team, got him talking about the Patriots and everything, making it all about himself. That's a receiver. Can you imagine a quarterback doing something like that? So, anyways, that's it in a nutshell with Shedeur. Don't be a celebrity quarterback. Don't be a celebrity